it can be quite a vulnerable place to be when you go for a massage, because obviously you've got to take your clothes off. People feel that having a woman there is more safe than having a male.
The Massage and Physical Therapist Talk Show, brought to you by Massage Warehouse.
So we're here for episode 7 of the Massage and Physical Therapist Talk Show, and we've got a special guest today and a special topic. So it's just the two of us today, and drum roll please, welcoming Simon Kobilarczyk from SK Sports Massage Manchester. Simon, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Good morning, Chris. Good to see you.
How did I get on there? I know we were practicing our lines before we press record today. Did I get it right?
Yeah, it was perfect. You know, so it sounds very Polish. You know,
Yes.
so
With the Mancunian twang to it.
Yes, you are able to start Polish lessons now. So.
Hey, you know what? I'm always up for learning new skills. So
it's not the easiest one, but
and that's why I'm here. Somehow fell into presenting podcasts for the lovely people at Massage Warehouse, and there you go. So Simon, we've got a very interesting topic today, and as people that maybe are watching or listening can see, there's only me and you, and the topic today is: do male massage therapists have it tougher? And on the panel today is just me and you, two males. So first things first, obviously I know you, Simon. I know you very well, in fact. I wouldn't say we've been best mates for 10 years or so like that, but we've worked together a lot. And maybe that's why I know you so well, because there's not possibly a lot of male massage therapists in Manchester anyway, in our kind of our world. So tell us a bit about you, Simon. First and foremost, who are you? What do you do?
So yeah, my name is Simon, however, it's easier for you. Originally from Poland, I live in Manchester for last 18 years. I came for a year just to learn English language, and yeah, 18 years later, I'm still here, still learning. I'm a sports massage therapist and a chiropractic student as well, a year-free chiropractic student. And yeah, personally, I'm a father of 2 boys and husband. So yeah, students, therapist, father, life is busy, but it's good.
Let's rewind a second, Simon. I feel like I'm on like a desert island discs or something now. You know, it's with just the two of us. I'm not going to ask you to pick any songs, but rewinding. So when did you start your journey in massage therapy? Did you always know that was something you wanted to do, or was it just something that, you know, you were looking for work and you thought, you know what, I think I'd be good at that, I'm going to train in that?
Not necessarily, because my background is sports massage, and I have started my first course in 2017. It was, I think, I was looking to change my career. I was in the office for a couple of years, and I was looking to change something in my life, because you know, work in the office is not for everyone, I would say. And so I was always a quite active person, and I was trying to find something, you know, that would make me interested, you know, and go towards a healthy lifestyle. So there was a couple of options. I was thinking about being PT, but then somehow sports massage came to my head, even if I didn't have any sports massage before my course, you know. And I said, you know what, I'll book this course. I'll go the level 3. It was the first one. I'll go to the course. I'll see how it is. I'll see how I like, and I'll take it from there. And I went to my first course, and I really loved it. I met fantastic people, and I just decided, yeah, this is what I would like to do for the next few years.
And did you always have it in mind that you wanted to start straight away with sports massage? Because obviously, you know, I see this topic come up quite a bit where people are unsure. Do they start with, you know, deep tissue massage? Do they just start with a basic massage, or, you know, like a level 3 Swedish massage course, or did you just jump straight into a sports massage course?
No, it was straight into sports. I was really focused on the sport just because I was exercising. I had a few, a basic knowledge of the anatomy and physiology. So when you're working out, you know, some basic muscles. So yeah, I said, yeah, sports was the main thing I wanted to do. So I didn't even look on a more holistic side of the massage therapy. It was just straight into the sports.
See, because I think that kind of ties in with today's subject a little bit, but I'm kind of I guess I'm on the other end of it. I started out more on the holistic side of the spectrum, but I guess you had more of a sports sort of, you were into fitness, and you were looking to, you considered becoming a PT, for instance. Whereas sports massage is obviously tied into that nicely. You're in the gym environment and you see sports masseuses in there all the time and stuff. But for me, I was the opposite end because I grew up in a family where my mum was a holistic therapist. My mum's a Reiki practitioner. I always had crystals everywhere. I just grew up around reflexology. Whenever I was poorly, my mum would say, "Give me your feet." So that was how I got brought into this world, was kind of seeing the more holistic side of things, can be probably a complete flip to the sports sort of side, can't it? Because some people, for instance, if they want a sports massage, they may be coming for an exact reason. They've got an injury, or they're training and they need it to help, with whatever they've got coming up, like whether it be competitions or football matches, whatever it is. Whereas for me, it's people come mainly just because they want to just go to sleep for an hour, basically, I think, and chill out. But are you more interested in that sort of, people may come with a specific reason why they're there, and your job is to kind of try and help solve that issue, that sort of that
Yeah,
reason?
that's the main of the reasons that people usually see me, so, oh, I went to gym, I pulled something or did something to my head, but I'm trying to encourage my clients that you shouldn't come to see me when something's going wrong. It should be a part of your recovery routine. It should be part of your healthy lifestyle, so it should be more preventive than, fixing a problem, because I always said, okay, I'm not a miracle maker. I can try to help you, but if you neglect your body and you're not getting regular treatments, that's no good, So I just try to encourage people, don't wait to be in pain to get a massage, just come for a massage just as a prevention, and
Yeah.
get a regular treatment. And I do not mostly focus on, let's say, 50% or 60% of my clients, they are active people, because it's very popular these days, healthy lifestyle. Everyone does that something, right? People go for runs, people play football, people go to gym. So, a lot of people are staying active and healthy. So I do not focus only on the gym goers, really, So I see different people. But yeah, like let's say 60% of my clients, they are active, and the rest of them, they're just the usual aches, pains daily, sitting at the desk or doing different jobs during the day, and hurting themselves, or they just, just like you've got clients who not necessarily come with the pain. I've got some clients who come in on a regular basis and just to switch off a little bit as well, because it's
So you do have that side of the business as
yeah,
well, if you like.
I do as well. Yeah, I do as well. Because I love having massages as well, and it's not always about treating one place. I like to have a full body massage. Where I can switch off a little bit. And people think that sports massage always only injury based, but it's not. It's not. You can have a nice treatment, and you can switch off. You can relax a little bit, working on focus on certain muscles. Can be really nice.
Yeah,
And
of course, yeah.
you can enjoy it really. You don't have to be painful. You don't have to scream always. It's not always needed. So.
Because I think sometimes people hear the word sports massage and they think that, oh God, that's going to hurt.
Oh, that's not for me. Yes, it's a lot of. Oh,
And
that's
that's
not
not
for
the
me. I
case, is
don't
it?
think. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it
The thing
can be the
is,
case, but
it can be, but the first thing. Every client is different, and every client's got a different pain threshold, and every client, you just, as a therapist, you just have to find the perfect pressure, just to try to solve the problem, treat the problem, but you just don't, put them in pain for the next few days, because it's not always the case, it's, people sometimes ask you, okay, go as deep as you can, mate, I really need that, and that's fine, I can do it, but like I said, it's not always.
normally the blokes
Yeah.
that say that, the hard men that say, oh, just, yes, and then they're the ones that are like, well, that's too much hurt. But I've often found, Simon, that people take sports massage more seriously, in the sense of it seems like it's a more well-regarded sort of name in the world of massage, if you like, because I've often found that a bit like with reflexology in a ways, you know, for instance, I've got some clients that manage to use their like health insurance thing at work,
Yeah,
like a package, and it allows them a certain amount of money to spend each year on certain things. But they're very picky with what them things are. So sports massage is usually okay, and that's accepted.
yeah,
Reflexology I found is accepted, but normal massage is not in some of these. Maybe it differs with different ones, but you know, like there's companies like Simply Health or whatever. I've had people that have tried to book in for a massage with me and they've not been able to claim it through that because it's just a normal. I'm not a sports massage therapist, so I cannot give them a receipt to say they've had a sports massage, you know. And
no,
these companies obviously think that sports massage is obviously it's actually related directly to their health rather than a normal massage. And you know, my interpretation of it is I feel like obviously there's a lot more to it in the sense of probably a lot more physiology and anatomy involved, because you're working for, you know, directly with specific muscles for specific possible injuries and this, that, and the other. Whereas anyone can just come for a normal massage if you like. But ultimately, my view is like you were saying, you know, you can change your pressure, you adapt it to each client anyway. If we were to just take away all the titles for a moment, obviously
yeah,
the things you need to know and learn, but massage it's just physical touch, isn't it? It's massage. You work the body to what's needed. Do you agree?
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. You know,
Um,
so
but
I'm
you're special because you've got a title that says sports masseuse, you know. So some of these companies would go with you because of that. Does that make sense? Am
Yeah,
I
it
making
does,
sense?
it does, it does, and I know what you mean, you know, because I've got clients who are able to claim money back through the policies, and yeah, there's quite few, I mean, quite few, four maybe, four that yeah they honor a sports massage as a treatment. So not everyone, because I think there's one, a Medicash, I think, or someone else that they didn't have a sports massage on their list, but for example, they had Indian head massage. You know, that was very.
Really? Wow.
Yes, yes, I was very surprised. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
that
very
is
surprised.
surprising.
Yeah,
Because I think it's a lot of people see me with Simply Health, but they can only see me for reflexology because they don't accept
yeah,
massage therapy. They could see you for sports massage with that, but obviously not normal massage.
yeah.
Um, so interesting. But you have then gone on to start your chiropractor training, I believe.
Yes, yes. So I'm recently I just started my year three, so I'm halfway
3 years.
through. Yeah,
So
halfway through.
that's
So
six years.
it's 5 years. It's five
5 years.
years. It's a part-time course, so we've got lectures every other weekend. So yeah, it's quite intense, I have
I
to
bet
say,
that. Yeah.
but I really love it. So there's a really depth in and there's a big focus on a nervous system as well and anatomy, physiology, of course. And
And
it's
does that just feel like a natural transition for you to go from something as focused as sports massage to then something even more focused as to like chiropractor work? You know, I've been
so
to the chiropractor before and you go in and sometimes you're only in there for 10 minutes and it's
yeah,
just whatever you're there for, they help with that exact thing. Do you
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean. The thing is, every chiropractor the practice in a different way. So it's you just have to find your the way you will practice, and you have to set. You know, and you coming from the different backgrounds, you coming from the different colleges as well, and yeah, I heard different stories about chiropractors, and yeah, everyone is different. So. And you asked me the question about progression of so yeah, I just decided because I'm not gonna be a sports massage therapist for forever because older I get, I can feel my bones and the joints and muscles, and my style is quite physical because I'm using my whole body. So just, last year, yeah, a few years ago, I started thinking about progression, and if you are sports massage therapist, you've got three ways, really three pathways you can get. So there's a physiotherapy, there's osteopathy, and there's a chiropractic, and I just decided to go that chiropractic route, and just done research and with the chiropractic, you could focus on your spine and on the joints, bones, and obviously all the muscles are attached there, so it works together. So it just made sense, that it works together. And I really think that massage therapy and chiropractic, they complement each other very well. They
course,
just
yeah.
it just works together. So I think, and in my year, for example, it's 13 of us now, and I think 6 or 7 they are a massage therapists. So,
Yeah.
you can see how it's popular, in
So
massage therapy.
I was gonna say, so you don't have to necessarily be a trained massage therapist to
No,
transition onto
no,
that. You
you
could
don't
just
have to.
anyone could just kind of start the course
Anyone,
and
yes. So if you don't have a background, in a uh, biochemistry or whatever, you can just get an access course, which is an extra year, and
so
learn
I feel like
basics.
you've got a bit of a head start then, because you obviously already know a lot about the human body as it is. You know a lot about the
Yeah.
muscles, so you've kind of gone in there with a basic understanding of
Yes.
well, not
That
more
that
more than a basic understanding, I
Yeah, that
suppose.
helped me a lot. I mean, the course itself is very broad as well, with all the materials there. So yeah, I've got a bit of knowledge about anatomy, physiology, and it helps, definitely helps, but there's a lot of things to learn that I never, the nervous system, I never focused. I knew that we've got nerves in our bodies and they innervate different, muscles and skin, and I never thought it will be, that much, in depth, and I didn't know as much about this nervous system. Now I have to learn everything. And I said, wow,
Well,
but it
you're
really
3 years
works.
in now, so you can no turning back now, Simon.
I know. This is it, but I really enjoy it. It's sometimes it's hard to manage your life, and you just need to find the right balance.
Yeah,
And
it's finding time. I think when you've got kids and you're working
yeah,
all day, it's finding time to actually sit and revise and to do actual
it
stuff that you
is
have to do when you're in
difficult.
school. Do you know?
Yeah, but yeah, my wife, she supports me, and she really wants me to finish. I
Good.
want to finish this
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
So yeah, it's yeah, like I said, halfway through, another couple, 3, not even 3 years, and
So what would you what's the dream then, Simon? Is the plan to once you've completed that, set up your own chiropractic sort of
so
practice
my
somewhere?
dream, it's not gonna happen probably straight after the course, because you need to get some
Yeah, of
experience, some
course, yeah.
hands-on, and yeah, mm, it's a process. But yeah, my dream is to have my own clinic with the different therapists in my clinic, providing different
Maybe
treatments.
I'll come and do some work for you.
Yeah, yeah, reflexology, massage,
Yeah,
like
there
I
we are.
said, massage and chiropractic, I think they complement each other very well. So definitely I have some massage therapists in my clinic, so.
Great. And and having some male massage therapists in your clinics.
Male or female, doesn't matter,
Well,
both
it doesn't,
probably,
but today's subject is especially about this. And I'm interested because in my field of massage therapy, in the sense of the more holistic side of thing, I feel like it is heavily dominated by females, which is great.
Yeah,
To me, it makes no odds. Um, I feel like in your side, I see a lot more male therapists that are sports masseuses, that are, obviously chiropractors. Whenever I've been to the chiropractor, it's not always males, but there is more males than not, if you know what I mean. Um,
yeah.
now, why?
Uh,
Why? I mean, obviously our field is heavily dominated for females, and it's kind of, is it because, I don't know, I think maybe because it's kind of, here's my take on it anyway. I'm gonna just give you my take. Um, is that traditionally I feel that massage therapy is seen as just massage therapy as a broad kind of umbrella is seen as a more of in the kind of beauty field rather than the health field. And then because of that, I feel, the beauty industry, obviously people then associate that with nail technicians, with eyelash technicians, um, even like hairdressers, this, that, and the other, whatever. But so more females obviously go into that field. So when you go to a spa, for instance, you're pretty much guaranteed in a spa type environment that it's usually always going to be a female that's
it's
working there.
correct, yeah.
And if you're if you're in school, for instance, in like, you're thinking with career advisors what you're going to do, and a lot of the time where I went to school in Wythenshawe, a lot of the girls were kind of being, the teachers would suggest, oh, why don't you go into the beauty field, and they all sign on to like beauty massage courses, this, that, and the other. So I feel like it is kind of more stereotyped that because massage can be seen as being in that kind of beauty sort of field rather than health, and more females sign up to do it. That's one thing, I think, maybe. The other, I feel, is because it can be quite a vulnerable place to be when you go for a massage, because obviously you've got to take your clothes off. People feel that having a woman there is more safe than having a male. So these are my 2 points that why I think that it's more female dominated than male. Am I right? Am I wrong?
That's correct. That's and I agree 100%. Because like you said, the massage. A lot of people see it as a part of the beauty industry. And beauty industry is heavily female related, isn't it? So it's just people think it's a massage, it's a girly thing, and the safety is another big thing, because
Well, I think with that, with this, just before we get on to the safety
yeah,
aspect as well, I think like whenever I speak to anyone about a massage, and you think like, imagine like your people that feel like they might, if a man wants a massage, it tends to be like if he's like a builder or a plumber and he's got a bad back, but then they've got this stereotype of, oh, I'm not having a man massage me because it's, oh, I'm not doing that.
that's very true.
Yeah,
That's
do you know
very
what I mean?
true.
I'm not saying that they're being seedy and they want a woman to do it because it's like, oh, I want a woman to do it. But they just don't want a man. A lot of them just don't want a man to do it because they think, oh, I'm not having a man touch me. I can't have
Yeah,
that. I'm a
yeah.
builder. I'm a builder. I can't have a man touch me. Do you know what I mean? I think
I
that,
know, yeah, but this is true. This is very true, and sometimes I got a phone calls or messages from the males, and they ask me, "Do you have any females therapists in your place?" And I said, "No, unfortunately,
yeah.
I don't have any female therapists."
Now, for me, when I last went to a spa, I was in Harrogate with my wife, and we booked in at the baths. There's like the thermal baths, and we booked in and had a massage. And
Yeah.
they rang us up, and they said, they rang my wife up, and they said, "I'm really, really sorry, but one of the therapists is ill. He's poorly." Because we both booked a session each. Um, so she was like, "So." The only other therapist we've still got one female therapist, but the only other therapist we've got is a male. And they made it a big issue, like it was like a problem,
Oh,
like,
did they? Oh, that's
and they were like,
interesting. Yeah.
is that okay? And I straight away was like, oh yeah, no worries, I'll have the guy. Cheers. Because for
Yeah.
me, I like having a massage off a man because I feel, well, for one, they're no different to having it from a female. I'm
No.
not going there because I want to be touched by a female rather than a man. It's not about that. It's about the actual session that I'm having. And I tell you what, he was absolutely brilliant. He
Was
was
it?
great. He was great. And I even said to my missus, I think I got the bet. I think I got the better straw there.
Yeah.
Because he
So
was
yeah.
he was great. But they made it a thing. They had to ring and they had to say, you know, there's a male that's doing the session today. Is that okay? Because some people, I guess rightly so, don't want a male. If you're a woman, maybe they might not want a male to work on them. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean, but it's funny. I mean, it's funny. We went to Berlin and we went to Spa as well. And I just tried to compare Berlin and Germany and UK. And my wife, she had a massage in a spa, and she had a male therapist. And nobody, mentioned that, oh, it's gonna
Yeah,
be a male, it's gonna be a female. She just went for a treatment, and there was a male therapist waiting for her. So nobody, even mentioned, that it's just a therapist, isn't it?
yeah,
It's
of course, yeah.
it didn't make any difference over there.
I
So
think it's different culture though.
it is, yeah, definitely,
Um,
definitely.
I think in Germany people are a lot more comfortable in themselves around other people. I mean,
Yeah, that could be a case. Yeah.
I've got a friend who lives in Germany. He's a musician and he goes to with family. It's like a thing. He go to all these spas and stuff, and a lot of the areas in these spas are like more like naturist, where people just strip off
Yeah,
completely,
yeah,
But that's
that's true.
normal. But it's normal.
It
There's nothing
is. It
seedy. There's
is.
nothing seedy
Yeah.
about it. It's not like it's it's not dodgy or anything. No one's looking at each other or anything. It's just normal, you know, and that's great, I guess,
It is. Yeah.
But so they've probably got a different way of looking
Yeah.
at it. Whereas here I feel it needs to be, mentioned and discussed before. But obviously I work on a canal boat, don't I? And
Yeah.
I have, I think maybe 60% of my client base is female. Um, and a lot of it comes from recommendations, because I understand that some females may feel a bit funny about going to a canal boat for a massage
Hmm.
from a man that's working on there. Do you know what I mean? But
Yes.
I think having good reviews just dispels any worries, to be honest, because you go on my website, you read the reviews, it's all females reviews saying, just nice things about their session.
Yeah,
So
first thing, yeah, reviews, and the other thing is you're on your social media. People know who you are. You're showing yourself. It's obvious. You know the stranger. You're a nice guy. Everyone can see it. Can see it, like you said, can read your reviews. Your website is great. So yeah, it looks professional, and everyone knows you are professional. So before people going for a treatment for the first time, probably they read reviews. That's the main thing. Or somebody's recommending you to them, and so they just not. Very rarely you've got people who just come in, and they didn't, they just got your number, and getting into it, can I book massage? Probably before they do that, they've got some kind of knowledge about you,
yeah.
and they know where they're going, and they roughly know what to expect.
While we have you here listening, we have a super quick announcement about our simple to use massage table adhesive repair patch. Here at Massage Warehouse, we understand how important your massage table is to you and how much you try to keep your table protected. However, accidents can happen. The last thing any therapist wants to see is an unsightly tear, rip, or mark on their table. Not only do these marks look bad, there is a chance that they will grow and cause even more damage to your table. Many therapists think they'll have to replace their entire table. However, we have a solution. Introducing our massage table adhesive repair patches, the simple way to fix tears and prevent further damage to your table. To use the patch, first clean around the area of the tear for any dust or dirt using a dry cloth. Next, peel off the back of the patch. After this, carefully apply the patch over the tear. Finally, smooth around the edges of the repair patch for a perfect application. And your table should be repaired and good to go. Our patches come in 3 different colours: black, navy and cream. We have different size repair patches available, and should you have a uniquely shaped tear on your upholstery, we can create a custom size repair patch for you. Check out our website massagewarehouse.co.uk to see the full range. Now back to the show.
But do we have it tougher, Simon? That is the question.
Probably at your end with the more holistic stuff, I would say yes.
Yeah.
On the sports massage end, probably not.
I'd probably say in that kind of field, you'd have more of an advantage, because I look at you. You're a big guy. You're a muscly guy. You're like they are. I'm not going to get you to do that, but obviously, yeah, but they're definitely bigger than mine. And if I was in the gym and I was a gym guy. I mean, I do go to the gym. I keep fit, but I don't like sit on all the free weights and like drink my protein shakes and stuff like that. I just go to just half an hour in and out, sit in the steam room. But if I was a gym guy and I was in the gym working out and I wanted a sports massage, someone like you would be the perfect kind of. I'd see you walking past and I'd be like, right, that's the guy. Do you know what I mean?
I know, yeah.
Because instinctively, I'm just looking at you and thinking, right, he's a big guy. He looks muscly. He looks strong. He's the person that I need to work out these knots in my, in my legs, in my back, in my shoulders. Whereas stereotypically, if a smaller female was the sports masseuse, and I know for a fact this isn't the case because it doesn't matter a lot of the time the size of you, it's your technique at the end of the day.
Exactly,
I've
exactly.
had massages off very small females, and I've been like, oh God. Do you know what I mean? So that it's just a
That's true.
stereotype that people have, I think. But
It is.
I think in that environment, you would have the upper hand because people just see you and if they just think, right, he's big, that's who I need. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I
Especially
know
if
what
it's
you
like
mean,
a,
and yeah, and that's true. But this is a stereotype, like you said, because I know a lot of female sports massage therapists who are really good, and they can be really firm if they need to.
yeah.
So it's
Yeah, it's just people don't know that though, do they? I
yeah,
think they just go off what they've got to look at, I suppose, and they just instinctively think whatever. Whereas for me, the more holistic side of the massage world, like you said, it is more female dominated.
definitely.
Um, and I think maybe that's because people are coming and they're coming to switch off and relax, and can they do that fully around a male that they don't know,
Yeah,
or and that's just how it is, I feel. But has it impacted me? Um, maybe I don't know because I guess I do that many different things that I don't know if I could be busier or not. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but you are in this field for many years as well, so you've got your client base already, so you don't really think about this, It's you're just doing your thing, and yeah, it just goes, it would be different probably when you started, and then you were thinking, how tough is this, and is it a really tough, and is this all the females therapists near me are they busier than I am? But now you just don't think really about this. You're just doing your bit and you go with the flow.
Well, I had a quick look at my last sort of few weeks of bookings and just thought I'd have a
Yeah.
quick look and the last two times I've been on the boat, every client was a male.
Was it?
Yeah.
I think it comes in the waves because even if I'm sports massage therapist, I would say people ask me, do you massage more male or female? And I said, you know what, it's hard to say because like this week, I would say 70% of my clients they were female. And yeah, if you look, 3 weeks back, there will be more male. And so it's hard to say. I always say 50-50, maybe 60-40, towards male. But yeah, I think it comes in the waves. Every week is different, it's and from my end, it's hard to say, if I've got a more male or female clients.
Well, what I'm thinking is, so I'm thinking, okay, if we're going to do this like a football score, maybe we're losing 1-0 at the moment because we're saying that, we do generally have it a bit tougher. People would, traditionally in most cases
Yeah.
expect or prefer to have a woman rather than a man when they book a treatment, a massage session. However, if you're a massage therapist and you have to work, for instance, on a mobile basis, or or not, you've got people maybe coming to your house, for instance, if that's where you work, or do we have it better from a safety aspect, is what I'm thinking now, because I'm seeing a lot of posts lately of female therapists worried and concerned about an influx of messages of dodgy clients, of people that obviously they're going to be inviting into their practice or potentially going into their home, the other person, the client's home to do a treatment, and they don't know, you know, you can't really vet clients, can you, before they come? You can't ask them to have a DBS check. Do you know what, you know?
I know what you
Um,
mean, and actually
so
that's a very good point actually to have a chat about.
so I feel for you and for me. I mean, I'm not, I could keep going back to, but if I let's put it this way, if I was a dodgy client and you turned up to do me a treatment, I'd be thinking, well, I'm not trying anything with him. He'll
Exactly.
sit me down in
Hmm.
that, if it, but. And the same for me, I'm never worried or concerned or scared when I go to a client's house that I've never met before for a mobile treatment. And is that because I'm a bloke and I feel I don't need to be worried? I don't, I'm not a big guy, but I feel like I could handle myself if I had to in a situation, and I feel like I'd be able to be dominant enough to and assert boundaries from the off, if it was ever needed. Whereas if you're a female therapist, especially if you're a new female therapist, everything's all new. You might be a bit nervous, a bit shy. Um, Already just meeting new clients can be a worry, but then not knowing if they're going to be well behaved and legitimate
Yeah.
clients is a worry for a female.
That's a very good point, and especially when you mention if you are new, you just start your journey and you're doing some mobile treatments, and you've got a new client that you never met, you don't really know what to expect, and yeah, like you said, we are blokes, so we can handle ourselves, in the worst case scenario, just get in a fight, if someone attacks you, But if you are, yeah, just a little female therapist, it can be. I mean, we cannot, it can be more stressful, definitely,
Yeah,
and you might get different situations. I never really had any bad experience, but I spoke to my female colleagues, and the one told me she was mobile for most of her career, and she has a lot of very strange situations, during her career, and
yeah. I mean,
so
there's
it's
only one time I think when I just first started out and I just passed all my exams and got everything set up,
yeah,
and I went to do a mobile treatment at this older bloke's sort of house, and I don't know what it was, but I just got a weird vibe. And I was
yeah,
new to it, and it was fine. It was all fine, but I've not been back, put it that way. I just got a weird vibe. I don't need to go into
yeah.
exactly what, but there was just something not quite right. And I
You
actually
didn't
thought,
feel you didn't feel comfortable, and it
yeah,
was, yeah.
but obviously I was thinking, well, don't worry, it, it- I'll be fine. But I was
Mm.
thinking at that time, God, if I was a female therapist in this situation, I would feel, I'd be scared, basically. But I found myself just kind of scanning around the room just to, I don't know, it's weird. I was kind of like spotting like items of things that I could maybe use in self-defense if I needed
Yeah.
it.
I
I
know
was
what
like,
you
right,
mean.
there's a
So,
frying pan, right? I'll
yeah,
grab
in
that if I
this,
need to. Do you know? Which is
yeah.
daft because you shouldn't have to feel like that in that situation. And
No, no.
that's me as a male. Whereas obviously, if you were a female in that situation, I can imagine how terrifying it could be.
It could
Um,
be, definitely, definitely. So, like you said, and in this case, it's I think it's easier for the male therapist, just to handle different situations, and
But I do feel so in that respect, we may have an upper hand then. So maybe we're on 1-1. Maybe if this football score's
maybe
1-1
maybe
now,
one on,
in that
yeah.
respect. Um, but I would say, Simon, you've done some work with me before. We've been in
Yes.
corporate environments, we've done workplace sessions, and I feel it doesn't matter as much in them sessions because obviously the corporate environment, everyone pretty much remains fully clothed. It's usually done during a busy office, so they don't mind if it's a male or a female in there.
No,
However,
definitely.
I have had times, this is years ago now. I mean, that when, I've had companies get in touch, about a session and I've been like, yep, great, Simon's available for that session. We'll get that booked in. And they've actually said, oh, have you got a female therapist
Yeah,
instead? And I've had to pass the work onto someone else. So in that respect, you've lost out on the work there for that session. It doesn't happen often,
yeah.
but and again, this could be down to, different religions and things like that, so, you
Probably
know,
yes.
some people just simply can't have a male touch them, and that's just
Yeah,
how it is. So that's just something that we have to deal with, and
exactly, exactly.
there's enough people to go around though, I feel. And it's I don't see it as a competition, put it that way.
Yeah,
Um, but what can we do, Simon, to make, for instance, so if the reason is that we're not getting as much work as a male because females, for instance, don't feel safe having a male therapist come to see them, or they go to see them. What can we be doing? What can any massage therapist, male massage therapist listening to this do to help maximize, their opportunities as much as they can in this field?
So there are a couple of things they could try to do. I mean, definitely run your social media and show yourself as a person, that
That's a great
show
idea, actually. Yeah.
show who you are, what you're up to, show that you're a nice person and kind person, and just people, that the male clients, the female, sorry, clients, they can have a look at you. Oh, he's a nice guy. He might be not as bad,
Yeah,
it's
he
the,
doesn't seem weird, easy.
yeah. So that would be the one thing, and that people could try to do. Yeah, website, of course, professional website, which just represents you and shows who you are, and that would be the one thing. And the other thing is just having website with a booking system, maybe, if you've got a
Yeah.
booking system in place, that shows, oh, it must be a safe environment. It's people can book online, and
I think it has to be as professional as possible. I think if you're a new
yeah,
massage therapist just starting out and you've only got 2 followers on Instagram and you've only got one
yeah,
like on Facebook, and then you've not really got a website, there's not really any images of you anywhere, and there's just a mobile number to book.
yeah.
Do you know what I
That.
mean?
Yeah,
Then
that's
that's not going to really fill anyone with much confidence, is it? I think, like you say,
no.
is putting, if you're on Instagram, put in reels up, I follow you on Instagram. I see you, some of
I
your
do follow you
reels.
too.
Oh, look at that. And I see, I watch your reels. I see you talking to the camera. I see you doing some of your, showing some certain, routines and techniques and things. And that straight away to me, would think, right, he's a professional. I know what he looks like. I know it all seems above board. But then having things like proper booking systems in place, because people, I feel, will feel so much safer if they know they're legitimately booking the session.
Okay.
It's got all the information on there. It's got the address. I think even having like your sort of just information about the treatment that they're booking.
Yeah.
Like if you go on my booking system, when you click like deep tissue massage, it has a little blurb and it tells you what to expect for the session.
That's actually quite a good point as well, because you've got in people sometimes inquiring you, and they asking you questions. What's included in the session? Do you do this? Do you do that? And
Yeah.
that little description just can say everything about the treatment, and it can, because
Well,
people.
I was just going to say, to flip it on that reverse, I
Yeah.
get many dodgy messages and texts as well as a male, and I'm sure you do
Oh
too.
yeah, it happens.
So that
Actually,
doesn't.
I have to say, last few months are quiet. Just because I work mostly with my regular clients, But yeah, I had some periods back in the days that, yeah, I was getting regular massages with some
And when
silly
Yeah, seedy
questions.
questions, yeah. And when they come in, the thing is, I never want to be rude straight away.
So
So
you can't.
instinctively, I want to like call them out. Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
want to ring them up and be like,
but we have to stay professional,
but
So
you don't know from a text sometimes if someone's legitimately
yeah,
just asking a question, and we just maybe get our backs up straight away, thinking they're being a bit seedy. Um, so I always just respond very politely with a link to my booking system, and I just say, please head to my booking system. All the information about each session that I provide is on the booking system. Your card, you will need to book online to book a session, and by doing that, they've got to book in online, they've got to put the card details in, they've got to fill the name in, you've got all this information about that client then, you know. Whereas if they just
exactly.
wanted to book in with me via text and I didn't know them and they refused to do it via the booking system, then I'd be thinking, what's
Yeah,
the issue here, mate? You know?
indication that
Yeah.
something's not really right.
So I feel like that would help massively. But if you're a male massage therapist and you're trying to make sure everything is, above board, you want everyone to know it's safe. You want to be thinking, you want to be putting pictures up of your practice. You want people to see it's a nice, inviting space. You want people to see what you're like as a personality, because it's you that they're going
Exactly.
to gel with. it's you that they're going to want to keep coming back to see. You know, a lot of it is not just about the work you do, but it's about that sort of that gel with your clients, that they feel safe in your space, so that they can fully switch off during the session, meaning that they'll get the most out of their session, won't they?
Yeah, that's a good point as well, it's because you're building, once you've got your clients and they become your regular clients, you're just building some kind of relation, and you are the therapist, they want to come and see, not just because of your treatment, just because of your personality, and you've got always interesting chats and stuff, and you look forward to seeing them, they look forward to seeing you. That's like
So yeah, in the answer to the question of do we have it tougher, are we saying yes?
So yeah, I would say yes on the holistic end, and I would say 50-50 maybe on the sports massage end of therapy, So I think, it's with the sports massage therapy, you are a bit more specific, people who are comes to see you, they are more specific, and it doesn't really matter if male or female. And yeah, with the holistic end of massage therapy, I would say it's tougher for the
Well, I
male
would say
therapist.
it's always nice to have more male massage therapists and get the balance, get the balance
Yeah,
back on keel a bit. So any male massage therapist listening to this who's thinking about starting out, do it. Get on with it.
exactly.
Every training course I do, I tend to be the only bloke on the course every time. So it would be nice to have a couple of others on there as well, just to balance it out a little bit. So, yeah, if you're thinking about it, take all of this on board and get on with it. And then anyone listening to this that's thinking, oh, I really fancy booking in for a massage, but I've never really fancied booking in with a bloke before. If you're in Manchester, come and see Simon, come and see me. We'll show you how that it doesn't matter if it's a male or a female, it's a professional service.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
yeah, so I think we'll wind that up there, Simon, because we could probably chinwag about on this. But what I would say, anyone listening, if you're a massage therapist, male or female, and you've got something to chip in, pop it in the comments when this goes out on the Massage Warehouse Facebook page, on YouTube. Pop some comments in there, like and subscribe. Give us some fire some questions at us. I'll keep an eye on them. If it's aimed at Simon, I'll fire them over to you, Simon, and get you to respond. But yeah, it's been awesome, Simon, and it's been nice to catch up with a friendly face. So yeah, so remind me, Simon, social media, can people find you anywhere?
Yes, so my Instagram is SK Sports Massage, and my Facebook SK Sports Massage Manchester. So
Brilliant.
if you type in, you should be able to find my accounts.
Awesome. And same with me, Take a Breather UK, across all the socials. So yeah, this has been episode 7. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will be back for episode 8 in the coming weeks. I'll catch you soon, Simon. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for inviting me to the podcast. It was a great experience for me. And on this occasion, I just wanted to say hello to all my classmates from the McTimoney College, Manchester campus, year 3.
Oh, brilliant. Love it. I'll say hello to them as well. I don't know them, but hi, guys.
Such a nice bunch of people,
Oh, awesome. Right, we'll catch you soon, Simon.
All right. Thank you very much, Chris. You have a great weekend. Take it easy.
The Massage and Physical Therapist Talk Show. We discuss the talking points that matter to you, the therapist. A lot of work goes into creating the talk shows, and we'd be very grateful if you can choose Massage Warehouse when shopping for massage supplies so we can continue to create these amazing podcasts. Massage Warehouse is your one-stop shop for massage supplies and does great work supporting our wonderful community. Until next time,